Guys, please confirm me. All of you get your voice and screen. Those are attending now. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get your voice and screen. Those are attending now. Please check it, guys. All of you get your voice and screen. Those are attending now. My voice is clear to all of you guys. Please respond to me. All of you get your voice and screen. Those are attending now. One minute, guys. 1 minute. On the screen now. Is it clear now? Is my voice is clear now? Is it clear now? Right. Good morning, guys. Java and others. Others in the sense C and C++ that we are discussing. Tell me overall, how many differences can we completed? How many differences can we completed so far? 3 differences can we completed. What are the 3 differences can we completed there? Right, sir. What are the 3 differences there? What is this first one now? C and C++ are static programming languages, whereas Java is what? Dynamic programming language. Next one, after that, after completion of this, preprocessor is required in C and C++, but preprocessor is not required in Java. Next one is C and C++ are platform dependent, whereas Java is what? Platform independent programming language. So these are the differences here we understood clearly, right? So next one, what we started there, pointers related topic here we started. And before going to start this pointers related topic, just I want to give some review about this previous content, what we discussed there yesterday. That content I want to give just 2 minutes of time, try to understand it. All right. Language is what? Platform dependent programming language. Okay, fine. The programming language, right, sir? When a programming language, if any programming language allows its applications and to perform execution is on another operating system, then that programming language is what? No, Check it.
Guys, please confirm to all of you get my voice on screen. Guys, please confirm to all of you get my voice on screen. Please all of you respond to me. Getting my voice on screen. Please respond to me, guys. Now, my voice is clear now. Is it clear now? Please all of you react for me. Are you getting my voice now? Okay. Guys, now check it. Getting my voice clear now? Is my voice is clear now? Is it clear now? I think all of you are getting clear voice now, right? Clear? Now, now check it, yes. Now check this. Is my voice clear now?
Is it clear? Now is it clear? Yes, now clear. Right. Right, sir. So Java is a platform independent programming language. So we are able to compile Java program on one operating system and we are able to execute the same Java application in another operating system. So because of that reason, Java is what? A platform independent programming language. How C and C++ are platform dependent programming languages actually? C and C++ situation is, if we compile C and C++ applications on Windows operating system, automatically a .exe file will be generated. .exe file contains directly executable code and it follows the Windows representations clearly. But if you want to execute this Windows represented .exe file, then we must provide the same Windows operating system for this .exe file. Then only we are able to execute our program. Because of this reason, we can understand clearly. Because of this reason, we are able to understand that C and C++ are platform dependent programming languages. Next one, how Java is a platform independent programming language. If we compile Java program on Windows operating system, there we are able to get a .class file. The .class file is what? What it contains actually? .class files contains bytecode. What is this bytecode actually? Bytecode is an intermediate code. Intermediate code, it is not directly executable code. Okay. But if you want to execute this intermediate code on any of the operating system, then that bytecode must be converted to the local operating system representations. To convert that bytecode from neutral nature to local operating system representations, Sun Microsystems has given some conversion mechanism clearly. Right, sir. Sun Microsystems has given that conversion mechanism and execution both in a single device. That single device is what? JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Java programming language is a platform independent programming language, but JVM is what? Platform dependent. JVM is what? Platform dependent. Observe carefully. Next one is, not only JVM, the total Java software is what? Platform dependent. Next one, I given one important interview question there clearly. What exactly the differences between .exe file and .class file? If we come for this point, answers are very clear. .exe files are existed in C and C++, whereas .class files are existed in Java. .exe files contains directly executable code, whereas .class files contains bytecode. It is not directly executable code. .exe files are platform dependent, whereas .class files are platform independent. Observe carefully. Next one, .exe files are providing lesser security, whereas .class files are providing more security. Right, so these points we understood already in the last class, right? Now let's observe this, the fourth point here. What about this fourth difference now? Pointers are existed in a C and a C++, but pointers are not existed in a Java. Now tell me guys, what is this pointer variable first? Before understanding pointers are existed or not existed, first we have to understand what is this pointer. What exactly the purpose of this pointer that we have to understand. Now observe carefully, what is this pointer actually? Pointer is a variable. Pointer is a what? Is a variable. What this variable is able to do now? Right, sir. It able to store what it able to store? Address locations of the data structures. And now tell me, what are these data structures now? Where data structures may be. Data structures may be a variable, normal variable. Then what next one here? Or an array, or another pointer variable. Another pointer variable. That's it. This is what exactly the meaning of what? No, pointer. Right, sir. What exactly the meaning of pointer here? Pointer is a variable. Point is a variable. It able to store address locations of the data structures, where data structures may be a variable or an array or another pointer variable. Yes, sir. Got it or not? Next one, I shown already how to declare pointer variable, then how we are able to compile that pointers already I given clarity. Now try to observe this clearly. Already I given one diagram also for that. Observe carefully this diagram here. So I declare some C code into A is equal to 10 into star P is equal to %, A. These things I provided here. When we compile this total code into A is equal to 10 is existed, automatically compiler will assign 2 bytes of memory for A, and where 10 is a data that will be stored inside this memory. Next one is what? When this memory is created, automatically address value will be assigned for that memory. What is that address actually? 1010. This is an address. Next one, when we provide int star P, that is pointer variable declaration. Then when we compile P is equal to %A, automatically address of A will be stored inside the P variable. So 1010 will be stored inside the P variable. Literally what it is representing, P is a pointing A memory allocation. P is pointing A variable A address location. This is pointer variable declaration. We can observe this clearly. Next one is we have a question. What about this question here? Our question would be why pointer variables are not existed in Java? This is a question, guys. Yesterday I given some reasons for it clearly. Why pointer variables are not existed in Java? Now tell me what is the answer for this particular one here. First one is like what now? What is this first one now? Tell me. Pointer variables required. Which memory allocation? Pointer variables required static memory allocation. Am I right or not? Pointer variables require static memory allocation, but Java is following what? Java is following what? Dynamic memory allocation. This is point number one. Then what is this point number two actually? Right, pointer variables are supported by static programming languages. Static programming languages, you know already, C and C++ are what? Static programming languages. And now tell me, pointer variables are supported by static programming languages, but Java is what? But Java is a dynamic programming language. Java is what? No, a dynamic programming language. Third point is what? Pointers are very much suitable in platform dependent programming languages. Platform dependent programming languages. But Java is what, sir? Now tell me. Java is what? No, Java is a platform independent programming language or not? But Java is a platform independent programming language. Right, sir. Already we understood these points now. Then what about the fourth point here I given there? Observe carefully. Pointers is a bit confusion oriented feature. Am I right or not? Yesterday I given some information. If you go for multi-level pointers, not like single level pointers, multi-level pointers. What's the meaning of multi-level pointers? No, one pointer is referring another pointer, another point is referring some other pointer, some other point is referring some other pointer. So this is nothing but what? No, multi-level pointers. So when we work with the multi-level pointers, up to 1 or 2 levels, it's okay, no problem. Up to 1 or 2 levels, it's okay, no issues. But when we go for more and more number of levels there, automatically confusion will be generated. While tracing which point is referring which one, then there automatically confusion will be generated. So blindly we can think of it, pointers is a bit confusion oriented feature. But Java is what? Java is what? Java is a simple programming language or not? But Java is a simple programming language or not? So it should not allow all the confusion oriented features. It will not allow all the confusion oriented features. Why? Because pointers is a bit confusion oriented feature. So because of this reason, pointers are not at all suitable inside Java applications. Because of these many reasons clearly. Yes, sir. Up to this point here we understood. Am I right or not? Good. Listen carefully. Now today's class, I am going to start. Now try to observe this clearly. First interviewer will ask what question there, what is pointer? Directly interviewer will ask you what is pointer. What is your response? No? What is your response here? Pointer is a variable, it able to store address locations of the data structure. That's the meaning of pointer. Okay, fine. Second question from that interviewer is, pointers are existed or not existed in Java? Not existed in Java. Then immediately third question is what? Why pointers are not existed in Java? Answer is what? Pointers require static memory allocation, but Java is following dynamic memory allocation. So pointers are not existed. Pointers are supported by static programming languages, but Java is what? A dynamic programming language. So not suitable. Pointers are very much suitable in platform dependent programming languages, but Java is what? Platform independent programming language. So not suitable. Next one is pointers is a bit confusion oriented feature, but Java is a simple programming language. It should not allow all the confusion oriented features. This question here we provided. Then immediately after asking all these questions, next question, what interviewer will ask this question to you? Observe carefully. Interviewer question would be like what now? All right, sir. Observe carefully here. In the diagram here, what I am telling now. Observe carefully in the diagram. Right, sir. 1 minute. Observe this carefully. In the diagram here, what we are able to get there. If you observe this Java programming language, if you observe Java programming language, if you observe this Java programming language, we are able to write classes. Number of classes here we are able to write. What about this class now? Class A. Okay. In Java, whenever we have written classes like this, to access the data from classes, we have to create an object for classes. In Java, the main theme of programming is what? First, we have to write classes. To access the members of this class, we have to create object. Without creating an object, we can't do anything in Java. When we write a class, definitely we have to create an object. Object is not any other one, it's a memory block only. Object is what? It's a memory block only. Observe carefully. All right, sir. Now I want to create an object. How we are able to create an object? A small a is equal to new a, like this. This is a statement to create an object. Sir, understand it. I'm not saying what is going to be happen internally inside this object. Just I'm telling you, I declare a class and I created a class. When we create a class like this, then what happen internally? Internally, a block of memory will be created. This is what? A block of memory will be created. And this block of memory is nothing but object. And this block of memory is referred by a variable. That variable is what? A variable. A variable is referring this block of memory. So guess what I'm telling you now? A variable is referring this block of memory. That's it. This is going to be happen internally. Come again, what is my point here? In C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory. So that variable is called as what? Pointer variable. Similarly, in the case of Java, when we create an object for a particular class, There also a variable is referring a block of memory. There also a variable is referring a block of memory. Okay, when we create an object, a variable is referring a block of memory. So why don't we call this variable is a pointer variable? How can we say this variable? That means pointers are not existed in Java. Answer my point here now. In C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory. So that variable is called as what? Pointer variable. Similarly, in Java, when we create an object for a particular class, there also a block of memory will be created. That block of memory is referred by a variable. That block of memory is referred by a variable. So how can we say it is not pointer variable? Then how can we say pointers are not existed in Java? Of course, I'm telling there in Java, this variable is called as a reference variable. This variable is called as what now? Reference variable in Java. How can we say it's a reference variable? Why we are not saying it's a pointer variable? And how can we say pointers are not existed in Java? Same things are going on or not? In C and C++, a variable is referring block of memory, so it's a pointer variable. In Java also, when we create an object, a variable is referring block of memory. A variable is referring block of memory. So why you are calling it as a reference variable? Why we are not calling it as a pointer variable? How can you say pointers are not existed in Java? All these questions will come into the picture. Now that interview will ask exactly this question only. So interview point of view, when we create an object for a particular class where a variable is referring an object, so this is also a pointer variable. So pointers are existed in Java. Then now tell me, you have to justify pointers are exist or not exist in Java by asking this question. Sir, understand my question clearly? No response, guys. Understand whatever the question I'm asking there. Have you understand this question? Uh, if you want to answer for this question, first we have to understand what is reference variable in Java. How reference variables are created in Java. We have to understand that. After that only we can understand the differentiation between pointer variable and reference variable. Got my point or not? Here the point is what? In C and C++, a variable is referring block of memory. That's why it's a pointer variable. In Java also, a variable is referring block of memory. So we are calling it as a reference variable in Java. But why we are not calling it as a pointer variable? How can you say pointers are not exist in Java? This is a question. So if you want to answer for this question, what we should know? We have to differentiate pointer variable and reference variable. Up to somewhat extent, we understood what is pointer variable. It able to refer a block of memory by storing address location. Similar way, if you understand how this reference variable is created in Java, if you understand how this object is created in Java and how this reference variable is created in Java, then it is very simple to differentiate pointer variable and reference variable. Then we can give the clear-cut conclusion: pointers are not existed in Java. That means if you want to answer for this question, what we have to understand there clearly, how reference variables are created in Java. If you understand that, then it's very simple to differentiate pointer variable and a reference variable clearly. Right or not? Right. Next 10 minutes of time, I'm going to talk about that internal object creation concept. Try to put more concentration. There we are able to understand what is reference variable, what reference variables are able to store, how reference variable is different from pointer variable, that we are able to understand clearly. Now let us understand the total internal concept of this particular one. All of you put more concentration here. 5 minutes of time, try to understand it clearly. Right, sir. Now understand it. This is my Java class. As the same class here I want to take. Class A. Inside this class, some implementation, some variables and methods here I've written. That's okay, fine. This is what class A I've taken. Observe carefully. This is class A. Okay, fine. Now for this class A, we have to create object or not? We have to create object for class A. Observe carefully. Now, A, small a is equal to new A constructor. Right, sir. A small a is equal to new A constructor that you have taken. Nice. Now, all of you observe carefully. In Java, we are going to use a type of memory. In Java, we are able to use a type of memory The type of memory is heap memory. Type of memory is what? No, heap memory. What is this heap memory actually? It's a dynamic memory. Heap memory is what? No, a dynamic memory. What is this dynamic memory actually? Dynamic memory able to create memory for the objects at runtime and able to deallocate memory for the objects at runtime. It allocates and deallocates memory for the objects at runtime. That's the meaning of like what? No, dynamic memory management. So Java uses what? Heap memory. What is the nature of this heap memory? It's a dynamic memory. What is the nature of this dynamic memory? It able to allocate and deallocate memory for the objects at a runtime. Sir, all of you get my point or not? Okay. Once we are having a block of memory, to manage that memory, we need a manager or not? We need a manager or not to manage the total memory. So here we are going to take a separate person to manage this entire memory. That person is called as heap manager. Who is this person actually? Heap manager. Managing memory in the sense what? No, allocating and deallocating memory for the object. Somebody else has to do that work. Allocating memory, deallocating memory could be done by a particular person. Got my point or not? Now this person is whom? This person is a heap manager. This person is whom? Heap manager. Observe carefully. Now tell me guys, all of you now tell me, who will execute Java programs? Now tell me, who are executing Java programs? Execution of the Java programs could be done by whom? Who is executing Java programs? No response, guys. Already discussed with you. Who's executing Java programs? JVM. Already I said there, conversion and execution both could be done by JVM, Java Virtual Machine. So this is Java in a section. The Java code would be executed by a person. That person is whom? JVM. This is like what? No, JVM. Observe carefully. JVM. All of you understand this clearly. I'm going to talk some internal content here. Everybody put more concentration here. This topic is very, very important now. When JVM encounter this intersection, when JVM executes this particular intersection, when JVM executes this particular intersection, automatically, immediately, JVM will send a request to Heap Manager about to create an object. Uh-huh. Hello. Okay. Come here. You'll understand clearly. Come here. Come here. No problem. Yeah. Get a chair. Get a chair. Chair. Come here. Come sit along with me. No, no. I'm not doing anything with you. Just come here. Sit along with me. You'll understand clearly. Yeah. Sit here and look at the screen. Easily understand. Come. No problem. No problem. No, no. I'm just kidding. You can see that. Sit, sit, sit. Okay. See my screen. Okay. Good. Now understand it clearly. Now here what I'm telling there, whenever JVM executes this particular instruction, immediately what JVM is doing, JVM will send a request to Heap Manager about to create an object. JVM will send a request to Heap Manager about to create an object. Clear? Then of course internally JVM will talk with, internally Heap Manager will talk with JVM like how much memory is required, with for what purpose you are asking about this memory. Everything will be clear internally. I'm not going to talk about that much internal content here. Only the point is what JVM is requesting to the Heap Manager about to create an object. Now Heap Manager will check the memory availability at Heap Memory. If the memory is sufficient, if the memory is existed, then immediately Heap Manager will create a block of memory for the JVM requirement. Heap memory, that means Heap Manager will create a block of memory for the Heap Manager. Now whatever the block of memory which is created by Heap Manager, whatever the block of memory which is created by Heap Manager, that block of memory is called as what? Is an object. That block of memory is called as what? As an object. Yes, sir. Got it or not? Block of memory is called as what? An object. Okay. Object is created. Now tell me, I'm asking one question. In entire Java applications, how many objects we are able to create? Is that only one object or multiple objects? Definitely we are able to create like what now? Multiple objects. Multiple objects here we are able to create. Okay, good. When multiple objects are available in the heap memory, how can we recognize each and every object individually? For example, you're all sitting in front of me. How can I recognize each and every person individually? Definitely you need to have some identity or not? Definitely we need to have some identity or not? Similarly, if multiple objects are available in the heap memory, every object must be recognized individually. So to recognize each and every object individually, every object must have an identity or not? So because of that reason, when this object is created by Heap Manager, automatically Heap Manager will assign one unique identity for this particular object. When this object is created, automatically Heap Manager will provide an unique identity for this particular object in the form of an integer value. Say for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come again, what I said to you, when we create an object in a heap memory, automatically one unique identity will be created by Heap Manager for this object in the form of an integer value. The name of this integer value is hash code of the object. The name of that integer value is what? Hash code of the object. You may have one question. What is a hash code? What exactly the meaning of a hash code? Tell me, hash code is an unique identity for each and every object provided by Heap Manager in the form of an integer value. What is a hash code? Hash code is an unique identity for each and every object provided by whom? Heap Manager in the form of what? Integer value. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is what? Integer value or not? Getting clarity or not? All right, sir. Now, when a Heap Manager created that particular hash code value, immediately Heap Manager will take that hash code value and Heap Manager will send the hash code value to JVM. Immediately Heap Manager will send the hash code value to JVM. Observe this clearly. Now that hash code value is coming to JVM. Assume it. Here itself, hash code is existed here. That is like what now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That hash code value was given to JVM. Now, what JVM is doing now? JVM is converting this hash code value into its a hexadecimal form. JVM is converting this hash code value into its a hexadecimal form. Say for example, AB56. Example, AB56 or anything, whatever it may be, it's not exact hash code value, but assume it. This is a hash code value of this, hexadecimal form of hash code. JVM is converting the hash code into it's a hexadecimal form. AB56 is a hexadecimal form of hash code. Now here, the generated hexadecimal form of hash code, is called as reference value of an object. Is called as what? Reference value of an object. Whatever the reference value which is generated by JVM, that reference value will be assigned to a variable. Whatever the reference value which is generated by JVM, that reference value will be assigned to a variable. That variable is called as what now? A reference variable. That variable is called as what now? Reference variable. Right, sir? All of you are getting clarity what exactly the meaning of reference variable? Now I'm asking this question. Now tell me, what is reference variable? Reference variable is a variable. It stores object reference value. Then again there is a question. What is the reference value of an object? Hexadecimal form of a hash code. Again there is a question. What is a hash code? Hash code is an unique identity provided by Heap Manager in the form of an integer value. Now tell me, hash code is an integer value or address location of the memory? Integer value or address location of the memory? Integer value. Reference value is a hexadecimal form of hash code or not? That is, it is a representation of the integer value or any address location. integer value only. Am I right or not? Right. Reference value of the object is what now? Hexadecimal form of integer, some hash code. Now tell me, reference variable is storing what? Reference value of the object or any address location. Reference variable is storing what? Reference value of the object or any address location. Come on, guys, you have to respond for me. Reference variable is storing reference value of the object or not? Yes, it able to store reference value of the object, not any address location. Hash code is not address location. Reference value is not address location. So reference variable is not storing any address location. Reference variable is storing only object reference value. Object reference value is a hexadecimal form of hash code. Hash code is an unique identity provided by Heap Manager in the form of an integer value. Now, I can give the conclusion now. In the case of like Java, a variable is referring a block of memory by storing object reference value. By storing what no? Object reference value. Am I right or not? In Java, reference variable is able to refer a block of memory, that is an object, by storing object reference value, not by storing address location of the object. No response, guys. Now differentiate what is pointer variable and what is reference variable here. Pointer variable is able to refer a block of memory by storing address location of the data. But reference variable is a variable, it able to refer a block of memory, that is an object, by storing object reference value. Now tell me, pointer variable and reference variable both are same or different? Different. Now tell me, is there any chance to have pointer variables inside the Java? Is there any chance to have pointer variables inside the Java? No chances are available. Even in this direction also we can conclude pointer variables are not same as reference variables. Reference variables are different, pointer variables are different. So pointer variables are not suitable or not existed in Java. Conclusion is clear or not? Right, so now this is what exactly the point here we can understand. But here we have an important interview question now. Already we asked that question here. What exactly that interview question here? That interview question would be, what are the differences between pointer variable and reference variable? What are the differences between pointer variable and reference variable? Right, now this is that exact answer here we have to provide. Definitely at a fresher level interviewer will ask this question to you. Already I said, sequence of questions might be asked by the interviewer. This is the last question in this overall sequence. So we have to answer for this question clearly. Tell me, first of all, in which technologies, in which programming languages these things are existed, sir? Now tell me. Pointers are existed in C and C++. That's okay, fine. But reference variables are existed in what? In Java. That's okay, fine. Are you comfortable? No? You want to sit there? You want to write it, but mic, okay. Now it's okay, right? Okay, now check it. Once again, it is a problem. You have to come here. Right, sir. If you are sitting along with me, you will understand Java perfectly. No doubt on it. But if you are sitting there, maybe your mind may be with you or may not be with you. But if you are sitting along with me, definitely your mind with me only. Now check that mic. Is it okay? Okay, nice. Right. Let's come for it. So pointers are existed in C and C++. Reference variables are existed in Java. That's okay, fine. What pointer variables are able to store? Pointer variables are able to refer a block of memory by storing address location. By storing what? Address location. Pointer variables are able to refer a block of memory by storing address locations. Observe carefully. But what about these reference variables? Actually, we can observe this clearly. Reference variables are able to refer a block of memory. Here, what is this block of memory? Actually, it is an object. Block of memory is nothing but what? Object in Java. Object by storing object reference value. Now again, there is a question. What is reference value now? As you understood clearly, what is reference value? Object reference value is the hexadecimal form of a hash code. Right, sir. Object reference value is what? No, is the hexadecimal form of the hash code. Where what is this hash code actually? Where hash code is what? Hash code is an unique identity, is an unique identity provided by Heap Manager, is an unique identity provided by Heap Manager in the form of an integer value. That's it. So by this we can conclude hash code is not address location, reference value is not address location, reference variable is not representing any address location. This is second difference. Then what about this third difference actually? Right, sir. In which programming languages pointer variables are sortable and which programming languages pointer variables are not sortable? No. Observe carefully. Pointer variables are supported by static programming languages. Yes, sir. Supported by static programming languages. Answer my point now. Pointer variables are supported by static programming languages, but reference variables are supported by whom? Reference variables are supported by dynamic programming languages. Dynamic programming languages. Why? Because in general, memory for the object will be created at runtime only. Runtime only reference variables are going to be created, not at compilation time now. So reference variables are supported by dynamic programming languages. Observe carefully. And one more point I can say, already I included that point previously. Pointers are supported by platform dependent programming languages, but reference variables are supported by platform independent programming language. That point also we can include if you want to include that, but already I discussed that point here. So overall, these are the main differences here we can understand clearly. Tell me guys, what are the various differences I have discussed here? What is the first difference I have given there? Pointers are existed in C and C++, but reference variables are existed in Java. Okay, fine. Then what pointers are able to store? Pointers are able to store address locations, but reference variables are able to store object reference value. What is this object reference value? Hexadecimal form of hash code. What is this hash code actually? Is an unique identity provided by Heap Manager in the form of an integer value. Right, sir. That's okay, fine. Pointer variables are supported by static programming languages and platform dependent programming languages, but reference variables are supported by dynamic programming languages and platform independent programming languages. That's it. Now, these are the answers here we have to understand clearly. Right, sir? Completed. Overall, pointers topic is also be completed. Now, I'm asking one question to all of you. Now, try to answer for it. Up to now, how many interview questions we covered, sir? Now, tell me. No, not with respect to this one. Total in the differences between Java and others. How many interview questions we covered there? Main interview questions, no? 3 questions I covered, I think so. What is the first question here? Differences between a hash include statement and a import statement. Second one is what? Differences between .exe file and .class file. And third one is what? Differences between pointer variable and a reference variable. Yes, sir, got it or not? So up to now, 3 interview questions. If you are the fresher, definitely you may expect this type of questions from the interviewer. At least if you prepare these interview questions, you will be through that respective interviewer there. Definitely, we are going to complete your interviews if you follow at least these interview questions. Got it or not? Right, sir. One more thing I'm telling to you. When I complete this introduction part, when I complete this total introduction part, like differences between Java and others, and Java programming format, and Java features, Java naming conventions, 4 topics are available. When I complete these 4, then I will conduct one test. I'll conduct one test on one Sunday. I will conduct, not immediately this Sunday, no. On one Sunday, I will conduct one test there. Then everybody has to prepare for that. So if you want to attend for the test, no, regularly, whatever the concepts I'm discussing there, regularly we have to follow all these points clearly. Right, so leave this particular content now. Next, the next difference is like what now? What is the next difference here? Fourth one, I think so, right? Fourth difference. Right, sir. The fourth difference is multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. Multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. And before that, I want to ask one more question, guys. I want to ask one more question. I'll try to answer for it. All of you. I said to you, pointer variables are not sortable in a platform dependent programming languages. Already, almost 2 to 3 times I explained this topic previously. Have you remembered that point here? Have you remembered the topic there? 2 to 3 times I discussed about this particular one. Have you remembered that one? Pointers are not supported by platform dependent programming languages. Yes, sir. Any idea for that? Okay, I will explain the topic now. Try to understand it now. Listen carefully. For example, if you take C programming language, in C programming language, pointer variables are having memory allocation at compilation time or not? At a compilation time only. Observe carefully. At a compilation time, memory will be allocated for pointer variable. If we use the same operating system at runtime, then the same memory allocations are used by the pointer variable. Am I right or not? Okay, this is platform dependent concept. So pointers are suitable inside what now? Platform dependent programming language. Okay, let's assume 2 minutes of time. Assume pointers are available in Java. Assume 2 minutes of time. Okay, if pointers are available in Java, when I compile a program which includes pointers, pointers will get memory at compilation time at one computer or not? Java is what? Platform dependent or platform independent? Platform independent. Okay, after compilation of our program, that means at the time of compilation of our program, pointer variable is having some memory allocation. Okay, compilation is completed. When we take the same program and when we try to execute that same program in another computer, do you have any guarantee that pointer variable is referring the same memory allocation what it was assigned by compiler? At runtime, will you give any guarantee for the address locations of the pointer variable that we assigned at compilation time? Pointer variables are having memory allocation at compilation time. Will you provide the same memory allocation for pointer variables at runtime when we execute that program in a different mission? Guys, are you getting my point now? Say for example, for compilation one mission we are using, for execution we are using another mission. If we use pointers now, pointers require memory allocation at compilation time. So one X allocation is provided to the pointer variable. But as per the platform independent programming language, when we execute same program in another mission, will you provide the same X memory location to the pointer variable at a runtime? Why? Because we changed our computer or not? When we change the computer operating system, memory locations are going to be changed or not? Memory locations are going to be changed or not? When memory locations are changed, automatically pointer loses its memory allocation at runtime or not? Data loss problem will come or not? Now tell me, are these pointer variables are suitable in platform independent programming language? Not suitable in platform independent programming language. Are they suitable in platform dependent programming language? Suitable or not suitable? That's why I said to you clearly, pointer variables are suitable for platform dependent programming languages, but pointer variables are not suitable in a platform independent programming language. Right, sir. Now leave this one. All these points are interlinked points. No, if we put more concentration, then only we can understand this content clearly. Okay, leave this particular topic here. Now come for this content here. Next one is what? Multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. Multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. Before going to understand whether it is possible or not possible in Java, first of all, what is this multiple inheritance? Where this multiple inheritance is coming? How this multiple inheritance is existed? All these points here we have to understand. Okay, now all of you listen carefully. Few points here I'm going to talk now. Some basic concepts here we require. Now try to understand this. What are the basic concepts here? Java is an object-oriented programming language or not? Come on, guys, you have to answer for my questions now. Java is an object-oriented programming language or not? Definitely, Java is what? An object-oriented programming language. That we understood. Okay, good, nice. How can you say Java is an object-oriented programming language? Or before that, when we are able to conclude one programming language is an object-oriented programming language? Observe carefully. When we are able to conclude one programming language is an object-oriented programming language, I'll give one reason. I will give one measurement. If any programming language represents data, representing data in the form of objects by following object orientation principles. Come again. If any programming language is representing data in the form of objects by following object oriented principles, then that programming language is an object oriented programming language. Understood my point clearly? Tell me, when a programming language is an object-oriented programming language, if any programming language is representing data in the form of objects by following object-oriented principles or object-oriented features, then that programming language is an object-oriented programming language. Got it or not? Then what are the various object-oriented features here we are having there? What are the various object-oriented features here we are having there? Right, sir. Observe this clearly. Nearly 7 number of object-oriented features are available. How many object-oriented features are available there? 7 number of object-oriented features are available. What are the 7 number of object-oriented features? No. First one is what? Class. Second one is what? No. Object. Next one is what? No. Encapsulation. Encapsulation. Right, sir. Next one is like what? Abstraction. Abstraction. Next one is like what? Inheritance. Inheritance. Then after that, polymorphism. Polymorphism. The next one is message passing. Of course, people are not using this message passing in object oriented features, no, but this is one of the object oriented features. Observe carefully. It is one of the object oriented feature, but most of the people are neglecting that, but we will recognize it. No issues for that. Now tell me guys, what are the various object oriented features? No, class, object, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, message passing. Overall, 7 number of object-oriented features are available. Out of the 7 number of object-oriented features, 4 features are the most powerful object-oriented features. Out of the 7 object-oriented features, 4 features are the most powerful object-oriented features. What features are the most powerful object-oriented features now? Encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism. These 4 features are the most powerful object-oriented features. Yes, sir. Got it or not? Tell me, when a programming language is an object-oriented programming language, if any programming language is representing data in the form of objects by following object-oriented features or principles, then the programming language is what? Object-oriented programming language. What are the various object-oriented features are available here? Right, 7 number of object-oriented features are available. What are the 7 number of object-oriented features now? Class, object, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, and message passing. Yes, sir, got it or not? Right, sir. Now, after this, out of these, 4 features are the most powerful object-oriented features: encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism. Good. Now, I required what exactly the meaning of inheritance. I don't require all these features now immediately. In object orientation, we will discuss about all these points. It's a separate topic. But right now, I required only inheritance. What exactly the meaning of inheritance? Why? Because I need to talk about multiple inheritance. I have to talk about what now? Multiple inheritance. But here I need to, if I want to talk about multiple inheritance, there we have to go for like what now? Inheritance content. Right, sir. What exactly the meaning of inheritance? Observe carefully. What is this inheritance actually? Simple example. At present, you are not having job. Am I right or not? Simple. Then, to be frank, I am telling no, you are not having job. But you need some money or not? For survival purpose, you need some money at Hyderabad or not? Who is giving that money? Who is giving that money, sir? Your parents. God is not giving money to you. Don't ask money from God. Your parents are giving money to you. Am I right or not? Why you feel shy to specify that point now? Your parents are giving money so that you are surviving at Hyderabad. Am I right or not? Of course, some of your job holders, I agree with that. You are sending money to your parents. That's okay. Good. Nice. Very good thing. But majority of you are consuming money from your parents. Observe this clearly. Why you are consuming your parents' money? How it is possible for you? Because you have a relationship between your parent and you. Because you had a relationship between you and your parent. Am I right or not? What is that relationship here? No, parent-son relationship is available. Parent-child relationship is existed. Because of that reason only, your parents' money you are using. Instead of saying using, I want to say reusing. Your parents' money you are reusing. Am I right or not? Why? Because there is a relation between your parent and you. That is a parent-child relationship. Right or not? Similarly, in object orientation also, similar type of relationship is existed between classes. Similar type of relationship is existed between classes. One class is acting as parent, another class is acting as a child. When we establish relation between parent and child, parent class and child class, automatically we can reuse all the properties of the parent class in our child class. Automatically we can reuse all the properties of the parent class in a child class. In which way? You are consuming. How much you are spending per month, sir? Just casually I'm asking that. How much you are spending per month? How much you are spending at Hyderabad? Understood my question there? For a hostel purpose, maybe 5,000 or 6,000. If it is somewhat exclusive hostel, no, it may be like 10,000, I think so. Then what next one there? Apart from this, might be extra consumption, might be one more 10,000. Nearly 15 to 20,000 we are consuming. Am I right or not? No response, guys. Right, 15 to 20,000. No, that 15 to 20,000 your father has deposited to you or not? Because of that reason only we are getting that money. That means that originally that money is your father's money. Originally that money is your father's money. That you are reusing or not? Your father had that money that you are reusing. Similarly, parent has some properties. Child is having rights to reuse that properties of the parent. How it is possible? Because of this relationship only. Exactly, this parent-child relationship is nothing but inheritance relationship. That parent-child relationship is what? Inheritance relation. Sir, got my point or not? Okay. For example, parent to child relationship is what? Inheritance. Okay. After completing courses at Hyderabad, you are going to get job or not? People are not giving much confident answers now. Any doubt? Any doubt about your future? Of course, you are doubtful about your future, but Durgasoft will give confidence to your future. Don't worry. Don't worry. Then how to prepare for interviews and after getting job, what we have to do in the companies and everything we will teach inside the class. Don't worry for that. I'll give that confidence to all of you. If you follow my classes as it is, definitely you will get 100% confident. At the end of the course, you should be in a position to teach Java to somebody else. Not only for getting job. Getting job is nothing. But teaching Java to somebody else is a difficult thing. But I want to see all of you to teach Java to somebody else at the end of the courses. Damn sure I'll make you like that. So that you will not worried about your job. 80% is a success rate for Durgasoft. For every 100 members, 80 members will get job, either through Durgasoft platform or in outside walk-ins. Whatever it may be, definitely everybody will get job. Don't worry for that. Okay, after getting your job, what is the next step now? What, sir? Don't have any future plan? You are learning courses now. After finishing your courses, then we have to get a job. Okay, getting job. Now you are job holder. You are working with one very good IT company. Microsoft, you are working, for example. Oracle, we are working there. That's okay, nice. Then what next one? People are feeling shy to say that answer, no, right? Next step is what? Marriage, right? No? No marriage? No marriage? I think you are inspired from Prime Minister, I think so. All politicians, I don't know. All the politicians at center, they are single only. Am I right? Rahul Gandhi. Anyway, I'm not in politics. Anyway, come to our content again. So you are getting married, sir. For example, okay, your marriage is also be completed. Then what happened there? Your family is associated with another family or not? Your family is associated with another family or not? Understand my point clearly? That is called as association. That relation between two people, those who are getting married, that is called as what? Association. Please try to understand my concept here. Don't take any negative meaning. Parent-child relationship is what? Inheritance. When marriage occasion is coming, two families are close together. Two families are associated. That is nothing but what? No, association. How many types of associations are available in general? 4 types of associations are available. 1-to-1 association, one-to-many association, many-to-one association, many-to-many association. Am I right or not? 1-to-1 association is sufficient. Don't go for one-to-many associations. Example I'm telling for our better understanding purpose, two families are. See, here also many-to-many is also possible. See, for example, male from one family, female from another family, that's okay. That is one association. From the same family, might be brother is available. Brother is getting married with the sister of, got my point or not? Leave it, sir. That doesn't matter. Two families are associated. That is called as what? No, association. Here, subject is available. That's why I'm talking about it. Parent-child relationship is inheritance. Two families are associated with a marriage function. That is called as what? No, association. We are going to implement in Java the same thing. Observe carefully. So, okay, association is not required. One-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one, and many-to-many. How we are going to implement them? We are going to use some practicals. Later on, we will do that. Leave it. But now I required what now? Inheritance. Why I'm talking about both the concepts, no? Inheritance and associations, no? Both are providing one single advantage. Both are providing single advantage. That single advantage is what? Reusability. Both are providing one single advantage in Java. What is that advantage? No, reusability. Your parents are having some money that we are reusing. So reusability is achieved. Am I right or not? Two families are associated means that one family properties are reused by another family. Maybe possibilities are available. There also what it is going on here. No, reusability is going on. Am I right or not? Two classes are associated. One class members are used by another class. No. One class members are used by another class. No, there also reusability is coming or not. So because of that reason, like inheritance is available. Inheritance is having two things. No, right? The two things are nothing but what? No, reusability. That means inheritance relationship is giving one advantage. That is what? No, reusability. Associations is also existed. That is also for what purpose? There no reusability purpose. Okay, I'm asking only one question. I don't require association. Just forget about it. Only one question. What is the main advantage of inheritance? What is the main advantage of inheritance? Reusability. What is the main advantage of inheritance? Reusability. Code reusability. Observe carefully. Okay, leave this part here. What I completed now, tell me. Object-oriented programming language is nothing but is a programming language which allows to represent the data in the form of objects by following object-oriented features. What are the various object-oriented features? No, class, object, inheritance, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, message passing. Out of these seven number of or six number of object oriented features, four features are most powerful object oriented features. What features are most powerful object oriented features? No, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism. Here what is inheritance actually? Inheritance is the relation between classes. Please follow my statement. Inheritance is what? Relation between classes. It will provide variables and methods from one class to another class. It will bring variables and methods from one class to another class in order to reuse or in order to improve reusability. In order to improve reuse or in order to improve reusability. Got my point on? This is nothing but what now? Inheritance. Tell me what is inheritance or now tell me. Inheritance is the relation between classes. Am I right or not? Inheritance is the relation between classes. Okay, classes. Then whenever it is a relation between classes, no, what that relation will provide? It will bring variables and methods from one class to another class. Variables and methods from one class to another class. For what purpose it is bringing variables and methods from one class to another class? No, to improve reusability, to provide reusability. I will show how this reusability is going on. Don't worry for that. Programmatical, I will show now. Programmatical in the sense, diagrammatical, I will show. Don't worry for that. Okay, sir. Good. Now here, how many types of inheritances are available actually? How many types of inheritances are available? Initially, two types of inheritances are existed. Initially, how many types of inheritances are available? Two types. What are the two types of inheritances? No. First one is single inheritance. Second one is multiple inheritance. Right, sir. On the basis of these two inheritances, three more inheritances are defined. On the basis of these two inheritances, three more inheritances are defined. What are these three more inheritances? No, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, hybrid inheritance. Overall, five types of inheritances, but initially only two. What are these two types of inheritances? No, single inheritance, multiple inheritance. On the basis of these two, three more inheritances are defined. What are these three more inheritances? No, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, hybrid inheritance. Got it or not? Okay, now here I required only single and multiple inheritances. I don't require more than this. I need only single and multiple inheritances. Right, sir. Now let's understand this clearly. What exactly the meaning of single inheritance and what is the meaning of multiple inheritance? Listen clearly, all of you know. Simple point. It is a relation between. It is a relation between classes. It's a relation between classes. Okay. Where it will bring variables and variables and methods from only one super class to one or more number of subclasses. Right, sir? Here super class is nothing but what? No, parent class. And a subclass is nothing but what? No, child class. Subclass is what? No, child class. Observe carefully. Subclass is what? Child class. I think if I give inheritance definition, might be this terminology is very clear. Observe carefully. It is a relation between classes. Okay, it will bring variables and methods from one class to another class in order to improve reusability. In order to improve what? Reusability. But here the question is what? From one class to another class. Here, what is this one class here actually? That is a sober class. And what is that another class here? No, another class is what? No, child class. So what is the meaning of it? No, parent class will give properties and methods. Child class is getting that properties and methods. Who will declare that variables and methods? Parent class. Who will reuse that variables and methods? No, child class. Same point here. Child class is nothing but subclass and parent class is nothing but what? No, sober class. Official terminology in Java is what? Sober class and subclass. Not a parent class and child class. That terminology is for our understanding purpose only. Understand my point here? Sober class and subclass. Sober class is nothing but parent class. Subclass is nothing but child class. Right, sir? Now, what is this single inheritance? Now, tell me. It is a relation between classes. It will bring variables and methods from only, here the condition, only one sober class. How many sober classes? No? Only one sober class to one or more number of subclasses. Yes, sir. All of you are following or not? Now, observe carefully. I want to show this point in a diagrammatic manner a bit. By this, we are able to understand clearly. Now, let me take one diagram here. All right, sir. Observe carefully. Now, this is class A. I want to take. This is what? Class A. Inside this class A, I want to declare a variable int I is equal to 10. Int I is equal to 10. Then here, I'll declare a method, void m1 method. Just as a method. Method is nothing but some behavior, some action. In a class, method is representing a particular action. Right, so this is class K. Now, I want to say this is a class B. This is what? Class B. Now, I want to establish inheritance relation between class A and class B. If we want to establish inheritance relation between class A and class B, then we have to use upwards arrow. Upwards arrow. This arrow. The arrow header part is always pointing a superclass. Arrow tailor part is always representing subclass. Tell me, through this arrow we can conclude what is superclass and what is subclass? No. Superclass is what? A. Subclass is what? No. B. Okay. This relationship practically we are able to represent in our program. If we want to represent this inheritance relation, there we have to use a separate keyword. That keyword is what? No. Extends keyword. That means class B extends class A. Class B extends A. That's the meaning here we can understand. Now tell me, at a parent class, at a class A, one variable and one method is declared or not? At a class A, one variable and one method is declared or not? Okay. Class B is a child class for class A. So class B is having rights to reuse that variables and methods of class A or not? Now tell me, I is equal to I plus 10. Is that reusability or not? I variable is really declared where? I variable is declared at sober class. But where we are reusing that I variable, inside the child class, we are reusing that I variable. Now, is it not reusability? In class B, if we want to use I, we have to declare it in general. But where I declared I variable in sober class, where I'm using that I variable in the child class. So reusability we achieved or not? Come on here. Now we have to answer for my question. Reusability is achieved or not? Okay. Now tell me, M1 method call here I'm providing. M1 method definition is available at sober class, but we are providing call for that M1 method inside the child class. Means that declared at one class and reused at another class. Is it not reusability? That's it. Now tell me here, how many sober classes are existed, sir? Now tell me, guys, all of you know. How many sober classes are existed here? One sober class. Only one sober class is existed. Only one sober class is existed. Am I right or not? Right, so this is nothing but single inheritance. Single inheritance is possible in Java. We don't have any confusion with the single inheritance. It is supported by Java. Clear? All of you are getting clarity? And now come for this next one. What is multiple inheritance? What exactly the meaning of multiple inheritance? Everybody put more concentration. Again, I'm telling there, what is this actually? It is a relation between, it is a relation between classes. It is a relation between classes. It will bring variables and methods from, it will bring variables and methods from condition. Understand this, more than one super class to one or more number of subclasses. Here the condition is a number of super class only. No condition is on number of subclasses. Any number of subclasses here we can take, but the condition is on number of super classes. How many super classes here we have to take now? Is that only one super class or more than one super class? More than one super class. If it is only one super class, then that inheritance would be what? Single inheritance. If more than one super class, no, then what is that inheritance? No, multiple inheritance. So the definition is what? It is a relation between classes. It will bring variables and methods from more than one super class to one or more number of subclasses in order to improve reusability. In order to improve what? Reusability. Right, sir. Now I want to show the same thing in a diagrammatic manner. Observe carefully, all of you know. All of you observe carefully. Right, sir. Now this is one super class. Everybody, put more concentration here. Here itself, I'm going to discuss what is the problem with the super class. What is the problem with multiple inheritance in Java? All right, this is one super class. This is another super class. This is a child class. Now let me establish that relationships also. Here we will provide one arrow here. Here we will provide another arrow. Now this is another arrow. Now observe carefully all the arrows direction, all towards super classes only. Now let me give labels for each and every class. Now this is exactly like what? No, class A, and this is a class B, and this is a class C. Guys, I'm asking one question to you. By seeing this diagram, which classes are acting as super classes and which classes are acting as subclasses? No, A and B are what? Super classes, and C is what? Subclass. A, the relationship is what? No, inheritance. Inheritance is represented in the form of which keyword? Extends a keyword. That's okay now. Okay, fine. Observe carefully. In a super class A, int I is equal to 10 we declared, and as it is void M1 method here we declared. Okay, in a super class A, I variable and M1 method is declared. Nice. In a super class B, into J is equal to 20, void M2 method is declared. Open and closed. Yes, sir. Now tell me, in both the super classes, different variables and different methods are declared. Now tell me, as a C class is a child class for both the super classes, now automatically C class can reuse all members of class A and class B or not? Subclass C is able to reuse all variables and methods of both the super class or not? Now here I is equal to I plus 10 semicolon, J is equal to J plus 10 semicolon. I variable is declared in super class K. J variable is declared in super class B. But both the variables are reused in a child class C. This is reusability. Okay, fine. Next one is M1 method here we are calling from super class K, and M2 method we are calling from super class B. Now M1 and M2 methods are executed or not? Alright, sir, both the methods are executed. That's okay, fine. Now this is like what now? Multiple inheritance. This is like what now? Multiple inheritance. Yes, sir. All of you are getting clarity up to now? Getting clarity up to now? Now coming to the point, why multiple inheritance is not possible in Java? That's the question actually. What is our title actually? Multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. Why it is not possible in Java, that we have to understand clearly. Because of that reason only we discuss the total background story. Now understand this. Why multiple inheritance is not possible in Java? I'll give some clarity. Now try to observe carefully. I want to provide the same, again the same diagram, sir, one more time, but observe carefully. Observe carefully, some changes here I'm going to provide. Observe carefully. Now here, I want to define relation between these classes, no? Three classes are existed here. Now here, I'll provide like what? This is class A, and this is class B. Now this is class C. Okay, as it is that keyword which is representing inheritance is what? No, extends a keyword. And observe carefully here what I'm trying to provide. Int I is equal to 10 and void M1 method open and closed. That's okay, fine. Okay, clear? Observe carefully. In a class B super class, int I is equal to 20 I declared. Void M1 method I declared. Observe carefully, in class A, in M1 method, X implementation is existed. In a class B, in M1 method, Y implementation is existed. Now tell me, possible to declare same variables and same methods into different classes or not? Yes, of course we can declare. A and B are not related. A and B are totally two different classes. Forget about class C. A and B are two super classes, of course, but A and B are two individual super classes, individual classes. Where in individual classes, we can declare same variables and same methods, no issues. Within the same class, if we provide duplicate variables and duplicate methods, then error will come. In two different classes, we can declare variables and methods, same variables and same methods with the different values or different implementation. That doesn't matter. We can do that. Sir, got it or not? Okay, fine. Now tell me, class C is a child class to the class A and class B or not? Class C is a child class to the class A and class B. So it has the rights to reuse variables and methods of class A and class B or not? Okay. Now in a C class, what I'm trying to do now, I is equal to I plus 10, and we are calling M1 method clearly. M1 method here we are calling. Okay. I is equal to I plus 10. Now observe carefully. When we evaluate this I is equal to I plus 10, first we will check I variable is declared at a class C or not. I variable is not declared at class C. Then immediately we will check whether this I variable is declared at super classes of class C or not. First we will check at a local. If it is not available at local, then we will check at which level? No, super class. Am I right or not? Okay, what are the super classes for class C, class A and class B? In both the classes, I variable is exist or not? In both the classes, I variable is exist or not? Okay, for example, if I variable is taken from class A super class, then the result would be what? I value is 10 in the class A super class. I is equal to I plus 10. Then I value is what? Not 20. Is it 20? If we take I variable from class B super class, no, I value inside the class B super class is 20. Here I is equal to I plus 10 and I is equal to 20 plus 10, 30. Is it 30? Next one, I'm calling M1 method. When we call M1 method, first JVM will search for M1 method in the current class. What is that current class? No, C. M1 method is not existed there. Then immediately JVM will search for this M1 method in what? No, super classes. How many super classes are available here? Two super classes are available. But compiler identifies that M1 method in both the super classes now. From which super class this implementation is executed now? If we take class A super class M1 method where X implementation is going on, is it X implementation? If we take class B sober class, where Y implementation is going on, is that Y implementation? Now here my question is, whenever we are trying to evaluate I is equal to I plus 10, where I value is required. In a class C, I value is not declared. So definitely it has to be depending on what no sober class provided I value. But unfortunately, two sober classes are available. In both the sober class, I variable is available. But here the point is, from which sober class we have to take I variable? From which sober class we have to take I variable? Now tell me, from which sober class we have to take I variable now? From which sober class we have to take I variables? Now tell me. Can I go for class A? Can I go for class B? No, Java will not give any priority for class A and any priority for class B. Completely, compile and JV will search for this I variable in both the super classes. How many super classes are available? In all the super classes, compiler will check the respective variable. Now here compile is getting confusion or not? Here compiler is getting confusion or not? What is that confusion here? From which super class I variable value has to be taken? For JVM and compiler, is a confusion or not? Similarly, when we access this M1 method, from which superclass M1 method implementation has to be executed, again it's a confusion or not? So on overall, altogether, we can conclude this multiple inheritance is increasing confusion to the developers or not? But Java is which type of programming language, sir? Now tell me, is a simple programming language or not? What is the meaning of simple programming language? It should not allow confusion-oriented features or not? Java is a simple programming language. It should not allow confusion-oriented features or not? Now tell me finally that Java does allows this multiple inheritance or does not allow multiple inheritance now? Does not allow multiple inheritance. Because of this reason, because of this confusion only, Java is not interested for multiple inheritance. So multiple inheritance is not possible in the case of Java. Multiple inheritance is not possible in the case of what now? Java. Of course, in the case of C++, virtual functions concept is available. Through that, they are able to achieve. Leave it. In the case of Python, they had some algorithm internally. Through that algorithm, they are able to achieve it. What is that algorithm that is followed by Python? No, in the order, which superclass is the first one? Sir, now tell me. In Python, how solution is available? I'm talking there. Understand it now. In Python, it will give priority for the first superclass in the order. It will give priority for first superclass in the order. Now, what is the first superclass in the order? A. So directly it will search for I and M1 method in superclass A. If the values are available, directly that values will be given to the child class. In the case if values are not available for I variable and M1 method in superclass A, then PVM in the sense Python virtual machine will search for the I variable and M1 method in the next superclass. What is that? What is that next superclass? No, class B. In class B they are available, then it will use that. Still, if they are not available in class B also, then PVM will search for it in the next superclass. If no superclass is available, it will raise an error. If next superclass is available, then it will search for the I variable and J variable M1 method in the next superclass. This order is followed by Python. That is a Python style. But in Java, that style is not available. Java doesn't follow any ordering for the superclasses. In Java, before this JVM, first compiler has to resolve this situation. So compiler has to check I variable and M1 method are existent both the superclass or not. If I variable and M1 methods are existent both the superclasses, definitely confusion. Because of this reason, totally this multiple inheritance was removed from Java programming language. Totally, even though second case is not giving any problem for us. But because of the third situation, that second case is also removed in Java. Totally multiple inheritance is hidden in Java. The total multiple inheritance was removed totally from Java. Sir, got my point or not? But how Java is achieving about the removal of multiple inheritance in Java, how Java is representing that point now? Java has created extends keyword about to allow only one superclass, not to allow more than one superclass. For example, observe carefully. Here, what we have to write there? Class C, we have to write extends A, comma B, we have to write in general. But how this extends keyword is written now, how this extends keyword was defined, extend keyword is defined in such a way to allow only one superclass name, not to allow more than one superclass name. In that way, extends keyword was prepared. Along with extends keyword, if we provide more than one superclass now, immediately compiler will catch that point and compiler will give an error message. Extends keyword does not allow more than one superclass. Extends keyword is able to allow only one superclass. Why? Because multiple inheritance is not existed in Java. Sir, all of you are following or not? Multi-level, that is possible. Multi-level is possible, hierarchical is possible, but hybrid is not possible again. Hybrid includes multiple. Hybrid is a combination of single and multiple. So hybrid is not possible. Multi-level is possible, hierarchical is possible in Java. Overall 5 inheritances. Out of these 5, 3 are possible and 2 are not possible. What 3 are possible? Single inheritance, multiple inheritance and hierarchical inheritance are possible. Multiple inheritance and hybrid inheritance are not possible because of this confusion state. Got it or not? That's it, guys. Now this is about clearly what now? Multiple inheritance, and it is not possible in the case of Java. Right, sir. This point is completed. Now overall, that the fourth point is also be completed here clearly. Then what about this fifth point here? Observe carefully. Fifth point is what? Operator overloading. Operator overloading is not possible in Java applications or in Java. Operator overloading is not possible in Java. Okay, shall we discuss this topic on tomorrow? And one simple thing I'm asking, guys, if I take class on Sunday, will you come this Sunday? All of you, if all of you wants to come, then all I will take the session. Otherwise I will give holiday. Actually, as per my schedule, I need to give holiday on this Sunday. In the starting mode, and Monday to Saturday class are mandatory. Once if I start object orientation, then every Sunday I will conduct some workshops. Workshops in the sense individual topics I want to complete. That's my actual plan. But this Sunday I'm vacant almost all. I don't have any work. So I'm ready to take the class, but depends on you. I'm thinking if any one person is saying no, I will not take the class. Sure. If all of you are coming, then all I will take the class. Why? Because I don't want to miss even single person. Why? Because that is extra schedule as per the plan. Anyway, time is available. I will talk about this Sunday's class maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. We'll conclude that. Then as per that, we'll plan for it. But feel free this Sunday. This Sunday, feel free. If you have any work, if you don't want to come there, then you can say that information to me. I'll follow that. But if any one person is saying no, I will not take the class. If all the members are saying yes, then only I will conduct the class. Time is available. We will discuss about it later. But tomorrow, I'll continue the content, and tomorrow we'll discuss about the respective content, guys. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on tomorrow. And one more thing, materials are available at our office, sir. Please, one more thing, understand this. Materials are chargeable. I think somebody else went to the office. They're asking about free material actually. Chargeable. And moreover, they said to the office people, Nagoor Babu sir has given information in the classroom. They are free materials now. What is it? What is it? Yeah. No. I said what I said there 400 odd, 400 change. I said there, sir. It's not at all the thing, no. So anyway, material is chargeable. I think so. Might be they are getting some Xerox copies cost. I think so. Just try to get that. Nearly 800 plus odd material number of pages are available. Try to get that material. It is existed in our office there maximum. Right. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Email guys, and for online people, material will be shared through soft copy. No need to charge anything. Automatically in the Google Drive, we are able to get that soft copy. Don't worry for that. Hybrid inheritance, combination of single and multiple, both in one by one combined. No. Super class, child class, again child class. Getting it now. Super class, child class. For these two child class, again child class. Next level, second level. So its shapes is like almost a diamond shape. Not possible. Why? Because super child class is okay, possible, single inheritance. But two super class, one child class is there now. Again, it is nothing but what? Multiple inheritance. So it's not possible. Yeah. Guys, Thank you guys. And anything else? Anything else regarding this? And Sai Velichetti, just one time. Is not possible or possible? You typed it is possible. No, no, it is not possible. Typing mistake, not possible. Don't worry. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. 1 minute. Ashwini Kumar, just one time reach out our office there. Our office people will help you to register for this course. Just talk with our admin people, they will give more clarity on this. Ashwini Kumar. Okay, Ashwini Kumar. Talk with our admin people, don't worry. Okay, no, I will give that intimation to the Bhavani is the right person for this. All my classes are handled by Bhavani. Just one time talk with Bhavani and she will give more clarity on it. Anyway, ask for Bhavani by calling. Then she will give more clarity on these classes and everything. Okay, don't worry. Right. Yes. అంటే అక్కడ ఏమైందంటే ఒక సబ్ క్లాసే ఉంటుంది కదా, ఆ సూపర్ క్లాస్ సబ్ క్లాస్ ఇక్కడికి వస్తుంది, ఇక్కడ నుంచి మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ లెవెల్కి వస్తాయి మల్టీ లెవెల్లో. సో అక్కడ కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఏముండదు. ఇన్ ద కేస్ ఎందుకు కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఉంటే అయితే ఓవర్ రైడ్ అయినా అవుతాయి. టాప్ మోస్ట్ సూపర్ క్లాస్ సబ్ క్లాస్కి వచ్చినప్పుడు సేమ్ వేరియబుల్స్ కనుకుంటే ఆ డేటా ఇక్కడ ఓవర్ రైడ్ అయినా అవ్వచ్చు. మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ మనకి ఏమైందంటే ఇమ్మీడియట్ సూపర్ క్లాస్ ఏదైతే వేరియబుల్ డిక్లేర్ చేసామో అదే వస్తుంది మనకి చైల్డ్ క్లాస్. టాప్ మోస్ట్ అనేది మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ చైల్డ్కి రాదు. సో అక్కడ కన్ఫ్యూజన్ లేదు. సో కాబట్టి ఇట్స్ అలౌడ్. మల్టిపుల్ ఏమైపోతే డైరెక్ట్గా 2 సూపర్ క్లాస్ ఉంటే 1 చైల్డ్ క్లాస్ ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ 2 వేరియబుల్స్ విత్ డిఫరెంట్ వాల్యూస్ అంటే ఓవర్ రైడ్ ఏమనదు. 2 కాపీస్ మనకు ఉంటాయి అక్కడ. ఏ కాపీ తీసుకోవాలనేది కన్ఫ్యూజన్. సో దట్స్ వై ఇట్ ఇస్ నాట్ అలౌడ్. రైట్. థ్యాంక్ యూ, థ్యాంక్ యూ. Not only today, sir, every day. Today is more okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Indrani Roy. Okay, okay. అవునవునవునవును. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ, థ్యాంక్ యూ, థ్యాంక్ యూ. అవునమ్మా. అవును, కొంచెం వెయిట్ చేయండి. అది ఇంకా అప్పుడే అంటే మీకు లేదు లేదు ఆపరు, నేను చెప్తాను ఆల్రెడీ. నిన్న ఐ థింక్ సరే ఒక పని చేయండి అయితే మీరు కోర్ వరకు రిజిస్టర్ చేయించుకోండి ఫస్ట్ అయితే. తర్వాత బై డేస్ కోసం దెన్ విల్ థింక్ అబౌట్ ఇట్. డోంట్ వరీ. వరకు రిజిస్టర్ అయిపోండి సరిపోతుంది మ్యాక్స్. అట్లేం లేదు, అదేం లేదు. ట్రైనర్ అంటే ఒకటి ఇక్కడ ఇక్కడ ఇక ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ కంపెనీస్ తీసుకొచ్చే బాధ్యత నాది. జనరల్గా నేను ప్లాన్ చేస్తున్నాను అంటే ఫుల్ స్టాక్ తీసుకుంటే ఫుల్ స్టాక్ ఎండింగ్లో నేర్చుకుంటారు డెవాప్స్ వచ్చేసి. అప్పటికి వచ్చేసరికి ఆటోమేటిక్ మీ దగ్గర కంపెనీస్ వచ్చేస్తాయి. అర్థం చేసుకోండి. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇమ్మీడియట్గా నా దగ్గర డెవాప్ స్టూడెంట్స్ లేరు కదా. యాక్చువల్గా పాండమిక్ తర్వాత నేను స్టార్ట్ చేసి జస్ట్ 2 to 3 months అయింది క్లాసెస్. ఇంకా ఈ కోర్సెస్ అన్నీ మీరు ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ స్ప్రింగ్ ఫ్రేమ్ వర్క్కి వచ్చే టైం కల్లా మీకు ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ 2 weeks ఒక కంపెనీ, 1 week కంపెనీ వస్తూనే ఉంటాయి. ఆ ఫ్లో ఉంటుంది, ఇబ్బంది ఏం లేదు. సపరేట్ టీమే సీమే దాని మీద వర్క్, ఒక టీమే వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాడు దాని మీద. మీకు ఇబ్బంది ఏం లేదు. వస్తాయి 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 కంపెనీస్ వస్తాయి ఇక్కడ మనకి. సరే, థ్యాంక్ యూ. అంటే ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఆఫ్లైన్ రిజిస్టర్ అయితే ఆఫ్లైన్లో రావాలి, ఎందుకంటే అక్కడ వేరియేషన్ ఉంటుంది. ఆన్లైన్ అయితే మళ్ళీ ఆన్లైన్ వేరియేషన్ ఉంటుంది. ఒకవేళ మీరు ఇక్కడ కోర్జా వరకు ఉండగలిగితే కోర్జా వరకు తీసుకోండి. ఇన్ ద కేస్ ఆన్లైన్ మీరు ఏదైనా ఆన్లైన్లో తర్వాత తీసుకోండి, అప్పుడు ఇండివిజువల్గా మళ్ళీ ఆన్లైన్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోండి. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు ప్యాకేజ్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇది, ఎందుకంటే దానికి మీకు అవసరం లేదు. ఇప్పుడు మీరు మధ్యలో వెళ్ళిపోయే పని అయితే మీకు వీడియోస్ వస్తున్నాయి కదా. ఆ, అదే అదే నేనంటే ఈ రెండు డిఫరెంట్, కంప్లీట్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఈ కాస్ట్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ కొంత వేరియేషన్ ఉంటుంది. ఇప్పుడు నేను నా దగ్గర కూడా ఏం లేదు అది చెప్పేదానికి. ఒకసారి అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి ఆఫీస్లో ఒకసారి మాట కనుక్కోండి సరిపోతుంది మ్యాక్స్. సరిపోతుంది. నేనేమంటే అట్లాంటి సిచ్యువేషన్ అంటే కోర్ జావాకి ఇష్టం ఉండే. అనవసరంగా డబ్బులు పెట్టేసి మళ్ళీ తర్వాత వెళ్ళి ప్రయోజనం లేకపోతే ఎట్లా వెళ్ళిపోండి. తర్వాత ఆన్లైన్ అడ్వాన్స్ జావా అటెండ్ అయితే అప్పుడు ప్యారలల్గా నాదేవుడు. కానీ ఇప్పుడు నేనేం చేస్తానంటే విత్ ఇన్ 1 monthలో అడ్వాన్స్ జావా స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను. Within 1 month parallel I will start advanced Java. So core Java is going on, but within 1 month or 40 days of time I'll start advanced Java at 7 to 8:30 morning. I have a plan for that. Yeah, in both offline and online, both the classes are going on at a time. Okay, plan for it. After 40 days of time. Now onwards, after 40 days. Maybe. By the time I will start advanced Java. Okay. In attendance. Guys, just wait 1 minute. I will reply all of your answers. Just wait 1 minute. Wait 1 minute. Hmm. Yeah. See, anything is possible, right? This is one program I've written, and this is another program I've written. For example, mm, right, in two different classes, same variable, same methods you can write. For example, your name is Rahul, for example, you are at your home. In another home also, Rahul is there or not? Of course, the person might be different. Same thing here, name is same, but person is different. 10 is different, 20 is different. Even the same value we provided, still it is possible. See, this is when you come to this class, when you come to class C, when we are accessing I variable, here it might be confusion. From which superclass that value has to come? Is that value is from A superclass or is that value from B superclass? Is the confusion. That's why the total multiple NS was removed in Java because of the single problem. B child class. You can take it. Any names you can take, sir. Example was A and B I have taken. Any name C or D or single class A, class B, class C, class B. You get a multi-level inheritance. Not required. That is possible in Java. There we are not getting any confusion now. For example, class A, class B, class C, class D. Same variables we declared. In class D, which variable will come? This is a question. So your answer is what? The next immediate superclass content you are able to get. Immediate superclass value will come into the bottommost subclass. Immediately, which is superclass available, that value we are getting. You can create class A, see, class D extends C, class C extends B, class B extends class A. That we can do. Multi-level, more than one level. Okay, thank you. I think last 2 days onwards, some problem is going on with the Google Drive. Within 1 or 2 days, that problem will be set right. Don't worry. Huh? Okay, no issue then. I'll give that videos, but unfortunately, what happened there? Videos problem is going on there. Google Drive problem, not from our side. From Google Drive problem, the problem is coming. Then within 1 or 2 days, it will set right. Don't worry. That's it. Right. Yeah, Indrani Rai Chaudhary. That is Durgasoftonline.com is totally different. So these are the online classes that video courses are provided. Okay, then try to check with that online department. That means respective people. Okay, can I read from those videos or they become obsolete? Indrani, and they are somewhat older videos only. Yeah, still I'm telling that these videos are somewhat older videos, but the technology is updated. Definitely in these batches, we used to provide more content, more technology. Definitely new technology we are going to discuss in live classes, but videos in the sense somewhat old. Maybe 18 or 19 videos only, somewhat old technology we have there. But now I'm talking a newer technology. Definitely some new implementations are going in our classes, sure. Okay, don't worry. Very soon we are going to update there also. But at present, the same videos are available in durgasoftonline.com. better if you want to attend for the classes, then better to attend for these classes instead of that videos that durgasoftonline.com. Better to continue these classes. That will be better thing. Siddharth, we will provide that videos. Actually, if you register for the courses, you will get all the videos. How many classes I take in there? All the classes videos we are able to get. Of course, up to now, all videos are available in YouTube also. One time we can check in YouTube Durgasoft channel. Check in Durgasoft channel. There you can see all the videos. Don't worry. But anyway, regular. But in YouTube, maybe next to 3 to 4 videos only we are going to upload. Then afterwards, people are not going to upload in YouTube. Then private link will come. There automatically will get the videos through Google Drive. Once all the members are registered, then then videos will come in through Google Drive. Okay. Yeah. Anything else, guys? Anything else? Thank you. Siddharthi. Guys, and shall we meet on tomorrow? If all of you say yes, then I will quit from webinar. I'll end webinar. Yes. Thank you. Yes, thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks a lot. I'll meet you tomorrow. Thanks.